खो गए हम कहाँ, रंगों सा ये जहां, खो गए हम कहाँ. Irfan sir had named me Pinaka Geetmala. My first dialogue was to him on my first day of shoot, and I was just like, how do I do this? Because it's Irrfan Khan. I just wanted to be an actor. फैमिली से तो कोई नहीं है, दूर दूर के भी कोई अंकल आंटी नहीं थे. अगर कोई पहचान वाला होता तो at least one introduction also will help. At one point we all unanimously went like, what the hell is happening?
So hello everyone. Today we have with us the lovely Mithila Palkar. She started off from a modest little video of herself singing, which went completely viral, and there has been no looking back for her ever since then. Hi Mithila, welcome to Midday.
Hi, thank you.
How has the lockdown been treating you? Just as a starting question.
Lockdown's been okay. I mean, there are days and there are days. So there are days when I'm like all quirky and peppy and like, let's do this kind of a person. And then there are days where I just want to lay in bed and not do anything.
Good, you're just like us, because that's what we do. Except on most days we don't like to get out of bed. So
no, I'm too restless, to stay in one place. So I'm just like, I need to keep doing some activity or the other to just stay active. I can't be like quiet and stable and sit at one place, which we are all having to do.
So, Mithila, you more than anyone will kind of relate to being an outsider, since you come from, such a humble background and like a surprise pataka entry into this industry, which I'm pretty sure even you weren't expecting, What has your experience sort of been being a true blue outsider, as outsiderish as they come, I would say, because, no connections and all on your own merits. So
I would say that to begin with, it is hard, obviously, because I was completely lost. I had no idea how to even start. So I had to figure my way out through how do I meet people, how do I network. So initially it was clueless, पता नहीं था क्या करना है. मुझे सिर्फ इतना पता था कि I just wanted to be an actor. And I wanted to figure a way out to do it. Of course, when you're growing up, especially now when you're growing up in India, Bollywood is your go-to place as an actor.
Yeah.
कि बड़ा होके actor बनूंगी और Bollywood में काम करूंगी. तो वो तो एक set goal होता है. लेकिन मेरे लिए I think what took precedence over just being in Bollywood always has been the fact that I want to be a better actor. So whether Bollywood gives me an opportunity or anywhere else, I get that opportunity, I will grab it with both hands. And that's exactly what I did, because when I was starting out, internet was starting out as a legit medium of entertainment, and nobody knew, I didn't know personally where it would go and what would happen to it. And today it's blown up.
Yeah.
And I would have never imagined. And when I started working with Filter Copy on the shows, then I got Girl in the City. Then, in between all of that, Cup Song happened. Then little things, and then like whatever, everything else that happened on the internet was so organic that for me, everything started unveiling on its own. So my goal and ambition still today remains to be a better actor than what I am today, or than what I was yesterday. Which is why I don't think that I have still like straight up faced the struggle of being in Bollywood per se, because I like being in the place that I'm in. I like being part of every industry and on the periphery, like being on the periphery of it all and not deep diving into anything. That gives me the opportunity to dabble with different things. So to answer your question in terms of what were your struggles as an outsider, it was to figure a way out to get in, and which obviously we have no idea about. Family से तो कोई नहीं है, like it's not even like extended family has somebody.
दूर के रिश्तेदार.
हाँ, दूर के भी कोई अंकल आंटी नहीं थे. So I have absolutely no idea how to go about it, but I also knew that कि मुझे पहचान से जाना नहीं है. मुझे अगर कुछ करना है तो मुझे खुद से करना है. And that was anyway my promise to my grandfather, who anyway had put his foot down and said, ये तो बेटा, ये फील्ड तो तुम जाओ ही मत, इस दिशा में तो तुम जाना ही मत. तो उनकी और मेरी जो डील हुई थी कि देखो, give me some time, let me figure it out.
interesting you said that. I'm going to circle back to something you just said, that दूर दूर का कोई रिश्तेदार नहीं था और कुछ नहीं था ऐसे घुसाने के लिए. It's very hard to sort of ignore the nepotism debate that is raging in this industry right now. Do you at all feel that this industry, and by this industry I don't just mean Bollywood, I mean across the different language industries that we have in India, do you feel at all that those industries make it tough for you, when you don't have a godfather or you don't have a connection?
Begin with it is difficult because, like I said, none of us know how to do it, right? अगर कोई पहचान वाला होता तो at least one introduction also will help, right? Like if you know a director, you know a producer, even if you just say that, oh, this is my niece or this is my daughter, this is whoever, and friend's daughter, and she wants to be an actor. X me Y type of a little bit of, that's what I always wanted कि मुझे introduce तो करा दो तो मैं कुछ करूँ. I am genuinely of the opinion that auditions are important.
Mithila, it'll of course be a disservice not to talk about your legend of a co-star in Karwaan, which was Mr. Irrfan Khan. He's pretty much changed the landscape of cinema in innumerable ways, I would say. I'm sure his passing came as quite a shock to you as well. It's been a few months now, so how are you coping with the loss?
It was unfathomable. We all obviously hoped and prayed that he'd get better. We all knew he was ailing, and it came as a complete shock that this has happened. That day, I think I was just too numb to even say anything. Usually, like, journalists call and they want you to say something or share a memory of him, and I have never been that inarticulate in my life. मतलब I was just like, मैं बात ही नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, मुझे पता ही नहीं क्या बोलना है, और ये कभी मेरे साथ नहीं हुआ है. So I was just too numb to say anything, but I think he was fantastic. I think the next day for me was just, okay, I've taken this entire day in, and today I realize how an artist can impact people all across the globe. People were mourning all across the globe. People who had not even met him were feeling so low, and they felt like this was such a personal loss. And we have spent time with him on set, and he was such a jovial person, such a curious, like he had that childlike curiosity in him. He used to always sit with me on sets, and he realized that I think he was soon going to shoot for a web series, and he knew that I work on the internet quite a bit, so he sat with me trying to understand how it works and कौन देखता है, फिर तुम्हारा audience कौन होता है, and generally understanding social media. I used to sing a lot. I sing a lot. I keep singing anywhere. Any of my co-actors will complain. They'll not like say it out of pride or praise. They will be like, अरे यार इधर take शुरू होने को है और ये गाते रहती है कान में. ये हर मेरा co-actor ये कहेगा तुमसे. But Irrfan sir had named me बिना का गीत माला because of that. जो अमीन से आनी का show आया करता था बिना का गीत माला. So he used to call me that because I used to keep singing old songs. Yeah, my playlist like switches from 90s to 70s to 2000 to like all of that, and languages also. Like I sing random Marathi, Hindi, English type of things. I remember him playing cricket with everybody while setup was happening. The cricket bat was brought on set, and everybody, the crew members were playing cricket. He has always like chill, relaxed with us. He's never rushed back to his vanity van between takes unless of course he had to. But otherwise, he's just been like it was just a nice, happy family during the Karwaan shoot. Also because we were not in Mumbai, I think that helped. In a way. Because मुंबई में होते तो शूट के बाद सब अपने अपने घर चले जाते हैं, बट मुंबई में थे नहीं तो घर जाना नहीं था, तो होटल में ही जाना था. So we used to all have our meals together and just sit and chill together. We've sung songs together just at like one end of the schedule dinner we had, because अभी सब पैक करके सब मुंबई वापस जाने वाले थे. So we had done this big dinner and he had come there. There was, I remember we were shooting at the backwaters, and he kept seeing this boat, and he kept saying कि अरे वो मुझे वहाँ पे जाना है, I want to just row the boat just for the experience of it. Akar said, okay, so once the thing was done, once our day wrapped, shoot was done, he said, ab to main jaunga. So he went, and then he was just randomly relaxing on the boat. I have a picture of him, I think. I'll have to look for it. Yeah, so he was that like, manjala kehte na, aur jo aise, he was very happy. He brought that like positive energy and vibe. He had that childlike curiosity of knowing and learning, and never did I feel like my first dialogue was to him on my first day of shoot, and I was just like, how do I do this? Because it's Irrfan Khan.
Yeah.
But my God, it was an experience, and it was such a blow. But I hope that he rests in peace.
Absolutely. And did you and Dulkar sort of like touch base and like just have like a little reminiscing sort of chat or anything of the sort?
Actually, Akash broke the news to me and said that sir is no more.
Akash is the director of your.
Akash is yeah. Sorry, guys. Akash Khurana is the director of that. But Akash wrote to me, and I was like, oh my God, how did this happen? And I said, Akash, so it's not like we were best friends on set, right? Because at the end of the day, he was Irrfan Khan. Like,
Yeah.
I was not like bum chums with him. It was all of this was out of respect. We had a lot of fun, but in a very in like respectful boundaries. Yeah, I never really went beyond being like, kaise ho sir type of thing. It's him. You cannot like I just couldn't even imagine doing that with him. And I said, Akash, by that logic, we were not even so close to him. I wasn't. But it feels so personal, and I'm feeling so bad, and this is such a sinking feeling that I never thought that I'd have.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, somewhere I guess we all hoped that he'd feel better.
Yeah.
And he, throughout his ailing, he was so positive about it. And whoever met him during his treatment has always had like nice, fun stories to tell us that, you know, he sat with me and chatted and whatever, he said this to me. So you would always hope for the better, right? If somebody is close to you, you would want to hope, you would obviously want that person to get better. So I said, Akash, I don't know, but this feels like too much of a personal loss. And then that entire day, everybody kept saying the same thing. Like, even if they were just his audience who had never seen him beyond his characters, I realized what it takes to be a true artist. And this
You're
is
absolutely right, actually. That was the one thing that even all of us, like across the board, anybody, even I talked to, like, it was like everyone said that, yeah, this feels personal. Like, this one is hitting way harder than anything else, you know. So, yeah, definitely.
It was just that next morning I woke up and I was just like, my God, what was that man? Like, it was just, he's impacted lives and how, and I think that speaks a lot about him as an artist.
His legacy will stay for generations to come. Absolutely. We're going to quickly move on to our very last segment. It's the Lockdown Diaries segment. I'm just going to ask you some rapid fire questions about what you've been doing in the lockdown and this period that we've been sort of self-isolating at home. Don't think too much and just answer me jaldi, okay? It's rapid fire, so like don't be slow.
Okay, fine.
What's the one thing that you've learned about yourself during the lockdown?
Wow, I have to think about this. Clearly, I've not learned it. I think I knew this about myself already. I think, but somewhere you just lose it in between and you don't pay attention to these things. But I think that when I put my heart to something, I can make it happen. All I need is a little push. Patience is something that I actually have learned during this lockdown a lot more than I would have. But yeah, patience is most important thing that I've learned.
What are some shows that you are currently binge watching, or give me a couple of shows that you would recommend to people to watch now?
Oh my God, Fleabag, Killing Eve. If you're looking for something light, then Kim's Convenience. But the one show that I've been binging on of late is MasterChef Australia.
Oh my God, me too.
And I just can't get enough of it. I cannot.
What activities have you been doing to keep your boredom at bay?
I've been working out. I've learned finally I have gained a little more finesse in my handstand than I did in the past. I have started learning Kathak after 3 years, and that's been the most rejuvenating thing because my music and Kathak are two things that I had lost somewhere. Again, one of those things that just get left behind, and then you just don't have time to go back to it. And I felt bad about those things, so yeah, I'm back to Kathak. Yeah, most of, like that. Those are two most important things that I've been doing. Hobbies.
What is one thing that you loved and one thing that you hated about the lockdown?
The fact that I got so much time at home.
Loved or hated?
What I loved it. I loved it. But the fact that I cannot see anyone else beyond the people in my house, I think my grandparents also don't like that because they're just like, अभी कितने दिन तेरी शक्ल देखे कोई नया तो आया हमसे मिली. Oh no, I'm just kidding. But just the fact that like you just don't get to see other people, and that's just, I think the importance of meeting. I think hugs are very underrated is something that I learned in this lockdown. And how much I miss them that I can't. You won't believe, Parul, I've met friends. हमारे दो मैं जहाँ रहती हूँ, मेरी बिल्डिंग है, मेरे बिल्कुल सामने एक बिल्डिंग है, तो नीचे there is space. So my school friends live less than 5 minutes away. Sorry, this is a rapid fire and I'm going on, but very rare that you get to meet people and talk. So,
I think that may be the saddest thing you said in this interview.
No, but I've met school friends who actually live like less than 5 minutes away from walking distance, huh? Not even a drive. Less than 5 minutes walking distance from my house, and we were all at one point. We all unanimously went like, "What the hell is happening? Why are we not attempting to meet?" And it's my school friends, so we meet very often. Even after like we started working and all of that, we make sure that somehow we figure a way out to meet. So one day we decided, okay, fine, मेरे building के नीचे हम सब मिलेंगे. We all met, and we were standing in a big circle, and I didn't hug anyone, and I was just like, there was no like, that's it. We were just at a distance, and we were talking to each other. But just that felt like, oh my god, what?
Wow, humans.
Yeah, oh, I'm missing out. But yeah, hugs are underrated is something I learned. But yeah, I think I hate the fact that we can't meet other people. But I know why we can't. But it's just, for me, I'm such a social person. I want to meet as many people as possible. But
okay, now I'm going to ask you to the last thing, which I always ask you, and it's my favorite thing to make you do. And it's your favorite thing to do as well, so it's fine. You're going to sing me a cute little song with your bubbly and vivacious personality. And
oh, good. I thought you said cups, and I was like,
no. And the world is a dark and sad place right now, so we're going to uplift it with your cute little singing.
टेढ़े मेढ़े रास्ते हैं, जादुई मारते हैं, मैं भी हूँ तू भी है यहाँ, कोई सोई सड़कों पे सितारों के कंधों पे जब नाचते उठते हैं यहाँ, खो गए हम कहाँ रंगों साए जहाँ, खो गए हम कहाँ.
Okay, thank you so much, Mithila. This is such a pleasure. Can't wait to talk to you again. Good luck for everything you do in the future. Please stay safe. Stay good.
Yes, thank you
to everyone, and hope to see you again soon.
Yes, be safe and lots of love, and hopefully next time we meet, I can hug you.
Absolutely. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.